All right, so Fred, I'm Tommy. I'm Tommy from Number 9 with Tommy podcast. That's number 9. Also Pat.
Nobody's the number 9, Fred.
You want to know what's crazy is nobody asked if you were the number 9. I've just
but
introduced.
you have funneled that into every conversation.
This... Fred, we've been hanging out with you all weekend. You are dating Brenda. That's Nick's mom, stepmom. It's crazy.
No, it's not my place to discuss that. That's on them.
So here we are. It's the last day of the Goshen Fair. This could very well be our last interview. Let's make it a doozy.
Are we recording?
Of course we're recording.
Not going to double check, huh?
Pat, I haven't double checked it all day, and every single one of the videos has been there. Please don't make me second guess myself.
No, I'm sure you did it perfect.
Have you screwed it up in the past?
3 times, 4 times.
You delete 4 great interviews, and all of a sudden you're the bad guy.
You might want to double check.
It's only 2 a day every day.
You know what I was really?
Oh my God!
So
that's a shirt. 2 a day every day.
we interviewed two politicians today, and the whole time we were interviewing them was, God, I hope I didn't fuck this up. So Pat, I haven't told you, Ava's is not there yet.
I don't believe you.
Me neither. Thank God. That was a great interview. Anyway,
Wonderful.
you guys really want me to double check it?
That's up to you.
No, let's just shoot from the hip. What could possibly go wrong?
We're going to see
What are
Friday.
the odds that you deleted 4 previous interviews and it ever happens again?
And then we have a perfect day. I just don't want to touch it because I think we're in a good spot.
Okay.
That's
Fred,
how my wife says. I don't want to touch
I've got 4 lists of questions for you to pick from.
All right.
The first one, we're not going to let you pick from. It's called Family Friendly. That's out. We tried to talk to you about the family tree. You weren't interested, so no family-friendly questions.
So,
Second one is called Mixed Greens. That's a mixed bag of questions, anything from sports, entertainment, movies, music. The third is called Trigger Warning. Those are politically charged questions. And the fourth is called Risque Business, which we really want you to pick because we want to ask you questions loud enough for Nick to hear, and maybe it'll help Brenda understand where you're coming from. We don't know.
before you pick any of these, we are recording. We have your permission to record you and
Yes,
post
you
this
do.
on YouTube later.
You're at least 18 years old?
Yes.
Nice.
Couldn't tell.
Oh, I don't want to
Wanna
be
see my ID?
presumptuous. No, I don't.
All right.
He looks old enough to be my grandfather. Bet.
Wow.
Not quite that old. Not quite that old.
No, you're right
Probably
around my
old
father's
enough,
age.
Probably old
Can I
enough
have
to be your
that
dad.
Green box. Yeah. Thank you, Fred.
I only sat down to wait on this guy.
Perfect.
It happens. Hey,
I'm waiting for him to pick a list of questions.
that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. You pick one. I'll go whichever one you pick.
Risque business it is.
There you go.
It's true. It's true.
Have at it.
Hey, easy with the. They hear that every single time we do it. The mics just bounce all over the place.
It's
Sorry
hard
about
not
that.
to do it. I get it. I do it too. Tommy is the worst at it.
I am. That's why I keep something in my hand at all times to try and avoid that.
Fred, what do you do for? Don't say the name of the company. What do you do for work?
I'm a maintenance electrician.
Okay.
Holy shit! I did not see that coming. Are you the one who put the wire nuts on that goddamn extension cord? Did you see that? That is a hazard. Wait,
Did not look at it.
Why'd you assume it was
There's a
Fred?
guy. There's a guy here that's C&M Electrics here. He's been driving around in that little
no,
golf cart.
it's Nick's extension cord.
Oh yeah, no, I did not do that.
It's dude, it's put together just wire nuts and
I
they're
fix
exposed.
machines for a living. That's what I do.
Oh, okay. So you don't fix wire nuts.
I
Gotcha.
used to do construction electrical, but now I'm in the shop. So
Okay.
I repair machines for a living.
Okay.
Okay. Is that fun for you?
It's fun. I enjoy it.
How many times you get shocked?
Daily.
Well, I've been doing it for over 30 years, so guess what? I got shocked a lot.
I was recently redoing my bathroom, and I know I'm no electrician. Don't get me wrong, but I know my way around. I know enough to fill myself,
Oh, nice.
basically. You know. So I'm wiring up this GFI plug, and one side of the GFI is working, one side's not. So I figure out what I did wrong, and I go to I grab it by the back, and it was still live. Woo-wee!
How'd
Felt
that feel?
good. Felt good.
Yeah.
I was awake. I was a little sleepy. Then I was awake.
Ah.
You just missed your chance, by the way, because he was sitting right there. So.
Oh, I'll have plenty of time.
Oh, we're gonna start screaming these. It's fine.
Do you have kids?
I have 3.
Your kids. What are their ages?
33, 32, and 26.
Boys, girls?
My oldest is a girl, and I have 2 boys.
Okay.
Are you from our area?
I'm from Torrington.
Oh, because
Like born and raised?
I'm the same age as your daughter, so I'm wondering if I know her. I'll ask you after the show.
Okay.
Is her name Fred as well?
No.
You might not know her.
What's up?
Our first question is, are you currently in a relationship?
Well, the answer would be yes.
Yeah, you are. Brenda. What is the worst reason you've been given or you have given for either a breakup or just broken plans?
That I've ever given?
Yeah.
They've
or
given
been
to
given.
me?
Yep.
I have never actually had any broken plans.
What about a breakup?
Breakup, I'm usually the one doing the breaking up.
What do you ever give just a terrible reason for it?
You're psycho, I'm out of here.
That's fair.
Solid. Okay. What is the most embarrassing moment of your life?
Probably Nick saying that I wasn't getting paid because I was banging his mom.
Yeah. The gift that keeps on giving, even after the fair season. What's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you in the bedroom?
Did Nick walk in on you
Fell
banging
off
his
the
mom?
bed. Pretty much sprained my ankle. That was it.
That's great. All right. Biggest turn off. Which can you just not stand about a woman?
Gnarly feet.
Feet. Yeah,
Just gnarly feet. No, I do not have a foot fetish, but if you have gnarly feet,
okay.
you out.
What about finger toes? I have it on good authority. Brenda has finger toes.
Brenda does not have finger toes.
Are you sure
She
about
has
that?
longer toes, but they're not finger toes. Finger
Okay.
toes curl up like this. They look like a claw.
Okay.
Those are gnarly feet.
Okay.
Those are gnarly.
Biggest turn on. If you say nice feet, then you do have a foot fetish.
No.
Nice ankles.
Eyes.
Okay.
Eyes. And
All right.
Brenda.
And Brenda.
Nice.
What's more important, the way she looks or the fact that you guys can laugh together?
That's it. She's gorgeous, but laughing together is a lot of fun.
Okay. Have you ever tried online dating and did it work out for you?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I tried it. Never dated anyone online, but just the women online were just. I had one call me on the phone. She was a complete psycho nutbag.
Nice.
Called you and like to argue?
No, she called me. She's like, "This is how we get to know each other." I said, "Over the phone?" She's like, "Yeah, this is what I do. You just don't want to talk to me. I'm at work. What do you want me to do?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "You know what? This isn't gonna work. You're already nuts, and I haven't even met you."
Yeah, I'm with you. What's the worst part about being in a relationship with you?
With me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been in a relationship with me.
If we were to poll your exes, what would they say?
Probably that I drink too much.
Okay. How much is too much, Fred?
I don't know. What's your range?
You drink daily?
Pretty much.
Okay, yeah, that's too much. That's fair.
To be fair, I mean, the last 2 days we've been here. It's 7:30 in the morning. We're just drinking.
I don't think I've seen you have a drink. And you, so obviously, I mean, if you, no, I really like, but you know, to be fair, the only one, he's got the koozie, so I've noticed him, but that's it. I haven't noticed anybody else drinking. He's got a drink with him. Oh my God. That's beer. You have a keg? What is it? It smells like keg cup beer.
No, you just pour it in the cup.
Okay.
You know,
All right.
the bottles and cans do empty into cups.
That's fair. Keeps you safe. Nobody knows you're drinking.
Right.
I get it.
And mine was covered in a koozie.
Okay.
I don't think I've seen you drink. Yesterday morning, he was like, "I'm having my breakfast." He was drinking a Bud Light.
How old are you?
52.
You drink every day? Ish. It's scary. My stepfather, not my father. My father's alive. Stepfather passed away at 53. But he drank vodka with breakfast.
I don't drink in the morning usually, except like if I'm camping or if I'm doing something like this.
Sure.
It's like you're outside. It's like whatever.
I got you.
But I've actually gone a 13-hour shift of drinking 13-hour shift.
Yo,
Nice.
this,
Multiple times.
I'm sorry to change this, but this mom or grandmother, I'm not really sure what she is. But she's yelling at the kids because she said, "You said that you're gonna go get real food, and they're drinking fucking slushies." And she's like, "That's what you get. That's what you get." It's hilarious.
Well, they're not fake slushies.
Yeah,
It's real
they
food.
are real.
Graham.
Or Ma, whatever.
And at no point, I mean, I get, like you're saying, you drink every day. I've not seen you get loud, silly, obnoxious, nothing.
Beer to me is like drinking water. Been doing it since I was like 14. I have no problem admitting that, so you can put that on the thing, I don't care.
Okay.
That's just me.
Tell us about this group that you hang out with on Sundays. You don't have to tell us what you talk about.
Just a group of guys get together and bullshit. We talk about all the stupid shit we did over the weekend.
Which you call the podcast, but it is not in fact
It's
a
not
podcast.
a podcast, but yes, it's just a group of us. And the only reason they call it a podcast is because the girl behind the bar decided she thought it would be a great podcast. But
I got you.
so
And
then we just started calling it a podcast.
I don't need the name of the establishment, but this is a bar, or this is a place that has a bar in it?
It's a bar.
Okay. Is it in Torrington?
Yes.
Okay.
What end of town are we on?
I'm not saying. I don't have to answer that question.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Doesn't have to answer any questions.
You don't. You are not under arrest.
Well, I know that.
If you were under arrest, you still would not have to answer any questions.
Not without a lawyer
That's true.
present.
But I know a guy that's running for judgeship, and he is a lawyer, so I can go get him for you.
Jordan Richards. He's a probate judge, so he's not going to be very helpful in your criminal court.
Probably not.
Jordan Richards, 2022, probate judge, running Litchfield County, Northwest corner.
Yeah.
Northwest corner. What do you got? What is your favorite thing to talk about with those guys?
Just stupid stuff.
I feel you. Totally feel you.
Just dumb stuff. We sound like teenage kids most of the time. And I am the second oldest in the group.
Okay. What's the youngest in the group?
Brenda, how old's Dan?
32.
Somewhere in that
So
area.
there's a good age range there.
Oh yeah.
Is he, I mean, do you guys just shit all over him for being the young one?
Sometimes.
33. Today's his birthday.
That's right, he turns 33 today.
Well, happy birthday, Dan.
Denny, happy birthday.
So it's usually him and I get most of the brunt of the abuse.
Okay. Have you enjoyed this fair?
Fair's been fun.
How long have you known Brenda?
feel like
Probably.
there's more questions on your thing.
Maybe 5 or 6 months.
5 or 6
Just
months.
no.
And this is through, I'm guessing, her work?
Through yes,
Okay.
bartending.
And, okay, so obviously you see her like, nice. And then eventually you weasel your way into dating
She
her.
actually flirted with me first.
Sure.
Your words, not hers.
Okay.
I say the same thing about my wife.
Yeah, but
And then you guys decide after, conversating for months on end. I assume if you're going to be drinking anyways, you might as well go drink at her bar. So if she's working, you're going.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So you get to know her. You're friends, obviously.
Yep.
And this is like a really good timeline because who takes 5 to 6 months to know somebody before they start dating them? That's a safe start.
It's not probably. I wouldn't say 5 or 6. It's probably 4, maybe 3. Somewhere
So
in that
you
area.
literally just
I've
cut your
seen her-
timeline in half,
I've seen her. I saw her before,
Okay.
but just in passing.
Okay.
So. But then when I started hanging out down there, then we started talking, and it's been about 4 or 5 months. We probably known her. Yeah, I would say that.
And then you're like, hey, I want to take you out sometime.
I don't know if it just kind of happened. It's kind of weird. So it's kind of strange. It was like one of those deals where it's like we were talking, and I said, I'm like, she's like, yeah. I said something to her about going out on a date. She goes, well, all you have to do is ask. So, and I did. And we ended up, our first date was 2 picnics. One at her friend's, one at my friend's.
Awkward start because now you're meeting all new people.
Actually, it was cool.
Okay.
It was a great first date. Hey, my cousin had fireworks at his, so she actually said to me at the end of the day, she goes, I don't know how you're going to top this one. I have fireworks.
That's good. And then, so we're now, That was last weekend, I'm guessing.
It's been about a week. Yeah, a little over a week. Something like that. Yeah.
And then she's like, hey, great first date. I don't know how you're going to top that, but I am going to work with my son for the next 72 hours straight. Do you want to hang out? And you're like, oh.
Yeah, how do you say no to that?
Yeah.
I didn't say that.
Because
I
you're
know.
in
How do
this.
you say no?
Actually, I wasn't supposed to be here on Saturday. Saturday. I went to another picnic. But that broke up early, and they were all coming up here, so I said, well, what the hell? I know she's up there.
Okay.
And she already asked me to do Sunday, Monday. So.
Oh, okay. As backup.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is a weird start to a relationship, Fred.
It's been working so far.
Yeah, and you look like a superhero. Like, yeah, I'll be there. I'll sell shares with you guys. You're literally working for her on dates 2, 3, and 4. You're nailing it.
Well, I think her exact words were, the first picnic was date 1. My picnic was date 2. By the time we got back to her house, and I went in for a nightcap, that was date 3 because it was the next day.
I like Brenda's math.
So you're on like 6, 7, 8.
Almost date 6, 7, or 8 now.
We should just start counting breakfast, lunch, and dinner
Wait,
since we're here all fucking day.
Yeah.
You guys have been out more than couples that have been together for a year. I like it.
I dig it.
Fred, are you going to be with us next week at the Bethlehem Fair?
No.
Not at all.
No, Brenda won't be here either.
No.
What? Why not?
Probably because she called me fat so many times. Nick disinvited her, but I don't know. I think she has prior engagements.
I haven't been asked to go to the Bethlehem Fair. I probably won't be at the Bethlehem Fair.
What about the fair after that?
She asked me about Durham. So I'm
The Beast.
Not sure.
Durham's a big one.
Yeah.
That's the one
I'm
that's
going to
gonna-
try, but we'll see. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, Fred, there's a solid chance we don't see you again for several weeks, possibly several months.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully you're still dating Brenda.
Oh, I think it's okay. I think we'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, she pretty much got me locked up till, let's see, I got a
Whenever she decides you drink too much.
picnic.
She's got you slinging T-shirts on Christmas
She's
morning.
feeding me my drinks.
That's true. That's true.
But
Good
she's
woman.
seen me drink, so she knows that I can handle my liquor or my alcohol. I would say beer because I don't consider beer alcohol. Alcohol to me is Crown Royal. That's my.
Oh, okay.
That to me is liquor.
Crown Royal is
A whiskey,
Oh, okay.
Canadian whiskey,
It's good.
Fucking Canadian.
nice and smooth. Very good.
Okay.
We served that at my wedding. We made Washington apples. Yeah.
Which is a mistake anyway, because you never mix Crown with anything. It's straight up on the rocks.
Yeah, I don't drink it like that.
A little too strong?
Yeah, I'm not a big drinker, so.
I'm with you. Okay, so unrelated to Brenda.
Yeah.
Let's detach. You have the 3 kids. Were you married?
I was married. I am a
Okay.
widower.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I'm sorry to hear that.
7 years now.
Okay.
Oh, wow, that's pretty darn recent in the scheme of things.
She was 45.
Jesus.
Jeez.
That's way too young. Would you get remarried?
With the right woman, yeah.
Your kids cool with you dating? Were they cool?
Yeah, if they're all right with it.
Okay. They're adults. They get it.
Yeah.
They want you happy.
Yep.
Okay. We actually work with a gentleman who is a widower. And finding that one out was a surprise too. And that's tough.
Oh, it was. Yeah. She was diagnosed in October and dead she was diagnosed in September, dead in October.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit.
Wow, that came quick, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
That's-
She spent a month in the hospital. So,
So I'm assuming she died of cancer.
yes. Yeah. She had lung cancer that metastasized to her bones. She had 27 fractures in her spine, blew out her elbow and her hip from the tumors.
Jesus.
Jeez.
So
Well, I wish it wasn't
that was,
towards the end of the
and
podcast.
back to Brenda.
Okay.
That was one of her biggest concerns.
Are you emotionally capable of doing this?
She was more the thing. I didn't divorce my wife.
Right.
We didn't break up.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't one of those deals. So a lot of everybody says, because there used to be a show on TV called The Unicorn, and it was based on a widower And they
Okay.
called him the unicorn because all the women want him. That's not true. It's not true. The women freak out because they think they're competing with a ghost.
Yep.
That's the issue.
I can see that. I have a buddy who, I think I've talked about it on a podcast. It's really a tragic story. He was diagnosed with lung cancer. He was actually going in to have a procedure done for something to do with his carotid artery, and they did a chest scan. They found the cancer. So right after that, he went in. He had a third of one of his lungs removed, and then they started doing chemo and radiation and all that stuff. And he was in remission. So that was around October, November. And then his wife, he was a DJ, and he New Year's Eve night, he was out, or it was the day before New Year's. He was out doing a gig. He came home, woke up on New Year's Eve day, and she died in bed. So and then, so he started dating within like 6 or 7 months of her passing away. He met a girl, and then his cancer came back, and he passed away like a year and a half later. In that time, he did get remarried, but I know that they had trouble, and I don't know so much if it was her having trouble or if it was him, but they had trouble in the beginning.
It could be because when it's new, see, I mean, it's been 7 years. I mean, it's recent, but it's not that recent.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, the first year or two, you always feel like you're cheating on them. So I was married to my wife for 30 years. We were high school sweethearts. We met when we were 14.
Jesus.
Christ.
Oh yeah.
Story
Yeah.
gets worse. Okay.
How did it get worse? It's a great love story.
It is. But it's
We had almost 30 years of blissful marriage.
You have a wonderful take on it. That's
I
good.
do. You gotta have that kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
But she, I had that time with her, but you always gotta. She actually said to me the day before she died, she said, "You need to be happy, and you have a giant heart, so go give it to somebody else, and it's no big deal.
Good.
I'll be all cool with it." You know, and I'm like, all right. And then, of course, first couple of years, you're like, yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
right.
You know, and I went on a few dates. I went on 5 or 6 dates with different girls. They just weren't anything that I cared about. So it was like, you know,
Right.
this is just not working. And then I met Brenda, and things kind of clicked, and everything's good.
Did
I
you-
did it again. It's
No,
all right.
that's almost a decade has passed.
Yeah.
So, and obviously you learned so much during those times
Oh, yeah.
about yourself, about how things really work. Were you guys in a good place financially? Like, did she have life insurance prior to being
Oh,
diagnosed?
yeah. No, everything was fine. You know,
Because you were together since you were young, so
yes.
you naturally
So
grew.
naturally, we grew.
Yeah.
I mean, we had struggles in the beginning, but you know, as things got on, and then my career started to go, and she was doing her thing, and the kids got older.
and I think luckily when she did that, your kids were older.
They were.
Which
Yeah.
is still hard for them, but at
Right.
least they weren't 10 and 13.
Right.
Or,
Yeah, I mean, I'm 37, and I would be devastated if my mother passed
Well,
away.
I mean, it
we don't.
hurt the kids, especially my youngest one, because he's got he's developmentally delayed. So
Okay.
he has a disability. Sweetest kid in the world. God, if you. Anytime I'm having a bad day, that kid will make me smile. There's
Yeah.
no doubt about it. He's just a great kid, but him pretty tough because he was always with his mother.
To what degree? Like, does he understand what happened?
Yeah, he knew the day that I had to show up and tell him. He said, "What happened to my mom?"
Huh.
He knew right away.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Right away. But no, he did well. You know, my other kids, they took it pretty hard. But, you know, like everybody's got to move. You got to move forward. You can't, you know, tell them all the time. You can't be stagnant.
Yeah.
Mom wouldn't want you to be stagnant, so
Yeah.
just keep moving.
Are they? No, they're in their 30s.
Yeah,
Are
my
they
daughter's married. My son is getting married on October 15th this year.
Perfect. We're not doing a fair that weekend, so he's good.
Perfect.
So that's going on. Tyler will never get married. That's my youngest one.
Okay, because of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's got the mentality of like a 12-year-old.
Does
And he's
he?
26 now.
Does he live in a group home?
No, he lives with us. Lives with me.
Okay.
Okay.
I dated multiple people actually who worked in group homes, and I know exactly what you mean by the mentality of a 12-year-old. those were some of my favorite people that I've ever met in my
Oh,
life.
they're amazing.
One of them would actually bring her clients home for like barbecues and stuff.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you know, they have a van, they bring a group out for the day, but they'd come and we'd just barbecue, and like somebody would rip a fart, and
Oh, yeah, they
it was
just-
the funniest
the
shit
funniest
in the
thing.
world.
What
a good group of dudes.
Because you gotta understand, like with my son, it's his little world. He doesn't care about the Second Amendment. He
Right.
doesn't care about politics in any way, shape, or form. He doesn't care. You know, as long as it's nice, as long as he doesn't have to worry. He's like, when am I gonna have my lunch? When am I gonna have my dinner? And leave me alone while I'm playing my video games. That's his entire world.
And he's innocent.
And he's just innocent,
So
doesn't
pure.
care, doesn't
Yeah.
care, does not care, and he just smiles all the time. So the outside world does not bother him at all.
That's awesome.
But
And
don't
the
you
COVID
wish?
He was the only one. The COVID, he's like, I don't like this COVID thing. That one kind of got him. But other than that, he really didn't care.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
wish I could live in his world for like
Right.
just for a few hours.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's
Where
all it
you
would
have
take.
no
Where you
care in the
no
world.
care in the world. You know, I've tried to since my wife died. I've tried to live my life where, you know what? It may not look like a good idea. It may not sound like a good idea, but I might as well do it because you only live once, and you never know if it's your last day here. So you know what? All the other stuff go right out the window.
Yeah.
You know, if I want to go out and spend $800 on something, I go out and spend $800. Can you afford it? Yeah, maybe, maybe not. But you
figure
know
it
what?
out.
I'll always make money, so I'm always going to put it back.
Yeah.
It's, you know what, you can't. And the other thing I did was stop working overtime at work. I work 40 hours a week, and that's it. I do not work weekends because
Because that's your
I'm not
time.
gonna live my life just to work.
Yep.
Go out and live. I think this is great. This whole podcast thing, it's cool. People should, you know, just have fun. What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, meet people, laugh with them, joke with them, pick on them. It's great.
Pick on 'em. That's the key.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta be able to.
You really got to target them. Find something, get them. So you have you eavesdropped on a few podcasts?
I've caught some of little bits, but most of the time it's either the commentator or whoever he is, the
Or
announcer
the air
there.
Yeah,
fucking
so
piston
loud.
things going on.
Yeah, the air piston
The
guy.
air piston's going off, and so you catch like snidbits of it. I was laughing at some of them because
Yeah.
I would catch certain ones, but yeah, I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
But you guys make it easy to talk. It's not that bad. I was a little nervous coming over there, figured you guys were going to bombard me with weird questions.
It's very difficult. Actually, I was a little nervous at the beginning of ours. It's difficult to get somebody to open up. You have to find something that they want to talk about. And no matter what they say, they have no clue what they want to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm 3/4 Italian. I'll talk all day, and I'll debate people all day too.
Yeah.
And I never lose an argument because.
Even if he's wrong.
Because
if
when
I'm
I'm
wrong.
wrong, I'm right.
And if you want to change the rules of the game, well, I'll just change the rules so I win.
I like it. Yeah, no, we really appreciate you coming on.
Hey,
We're at this point, we're trying to put as much quality content out as we can. We're sticking with Nick, so we're probably going to keep bumping into each other.
oh, I'm sure we will.
Yeah. This
We
is,
got to know you a little bit better, which is awesome.
That's cool. You guys had me laughing all weekend.
Good. That's
All
That's
weekend.
the goal.
It's been a pleasure meeting you guys. So,
Thanks, man.
yeah. I would say the same.
yeah. Thank you, sir.
I'm sorry
Thank
that you had to go through it with Tom, but I'm here.
Well,
So-
number 9.
I understand how
Yeah.
you involved, son of a
Fucking gotcha.
bitch. Damn it.
Yeah, and the show was.
What a misleading. Some girl one day is going to be like, why do they call you that? Like, not the reason you're thinking.
It's like,
If that was the case, to go number 3 with Tommy.
Well, you know what Brendan's nickname is for me, right?
Please say it's 9.
No, tripod.
Nice.
nice. I'm gonna ask her after the show.
They call me the silo.
I'm gonna ask her in front of Nick. Speaking of that, where's Nick?
Where's Nick?
I don't know.
That way.
I gotta say, like, before we get off, I love Nick.
Okay, first off, I'm not getting off with you.
Before we get off the podcast,
Oh, go ahead.
because, yeah, we're not docking. I love that Nick, when he's at these fairs, he makes it a point. Like, if somebody came to his booth from another tent, he makes it a point to go back to them and buy something from them.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
Yeah, he's a really good dude.
Yeah, he is. And now, mind you, I went to school with Nick, so, but we lost touch for probably 10, 15 years. Or I would say a good 13, because my son's 13. That was probably last time I talked to him. And what an amazing human he has grown into being. He really is.
He's awesome.
Nick's a great guy.
Yeah, I couldn't be happier to be doing the fairs with Nick.
He's super entertaining. He's like a showman behind the booth.
Oh,
he really is.
Yeah, and he even when he gets busy, he's been trying to push people our way because it is a little. I would say our tent. People are screaming in the background.
Yeah.
Our tent is a little confusing because it looks like we're with Nick, but we're not. So, but he pushes, hey, these guys are doing a podcast. It has nothing to do with me, but you should go over and talk to them. And it's really been a pleasure this weekend. I'm pumped for next weekend.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted, but I'm fucking pumped.
Yeah, at least we're going into next weekend.
Yeah.
With
Definitely tired.
we have more experience gained in this weekend than we will ever gain in any other fair.
Yeah.
Like we've learned more in this fair than we'll ever learn in another fair because we went into this with nothing.
Yeah.
So very exciting.
I love that Colin just keeps walking back and forth through our recording.
Bring it in. How's it going, buddy? Love you, buddy.
He's huge in agriculture.
Yeah.
That's good
You
seeing
going to
you again,
Bethlehem?
man. Next weekend.
No.
Durham? Riverton?
Probably Durham.
Harwinton?
Arlington.
We'll be at Harrington, Riverton, Bethlehem, and Durham.
Okay. Yeah, we're busy.
Is that Indy? Ah, that's awesome.
This is what I do all the time. In the middle of a podcast, Pat gets distracted and doesn't give a flying fuck.
I can kind of understand. Pat kind of reminds me of a child who would like get distracted very easily.
Yeah,
I love it, buddy.
he is
He
a
sees a little
child.
shiny thing over here, and he's got to.
Yeah,
Just so you
squirrel.
guys shake hands and kiss babies. And these are my people.
And he's got to be
Oh
physical
my
with
God! If
everybody.
Nick sees you in here with a cigarette, he's gonna freak out.
I know.
Just makes your job harder. Though.
No, but I can't be like, hey, don't come say goodbye.
You could be.
I'm sorry that nobody is coming to talk to you, Tom.
They know he's working.
It is a well-known fact that I have no friends, and all the friends I have are co-host the show with me.
All the friends I have co-host the show with me.
That's true. It's either him or Ryan, who does 9.5 times. Those are the only two friends I have. Oh, and Jeff. And
Maybe that's because you don't talk
And
to them
Nick.
when they come up to you in pairs.
I would consider Nick your friend.
Now,
yeah, now, and he did the show with
And
me.
he still
or-
don't like you. He was talking to me in the back.
I'm sure that's true. And we were, yeah, but he's not on the show. I'm just in his basement pressing shirts with him. So anyway, you gonna get us out of here?
all right, so this is how we're going to end this. I'm sure you've seen this about
Number
Niners.
Niners.
I say
Good day.
good day.
All right, good night.
Perfect.